So let me just, for the first time, just I want to introduce myself. So this is Vamsi Krishna. So Vamsi Krishna Guttula. So my experience, guys. So my experience is having, so my is a very high expertise. So it is almost all 18 plus years of experience, guys. So it is almost all I was in the software industry, both in training and development. So which is going to be around some 18 plus years of experience, more than 18 years. I started my career in 2003. So almost all I have been working with so much industry experience as well as coming to the training also. So I have been got worked with various training consultants, both corporates as well as the in-house trainings. So there are different mode of trainings I have been handled. So my main expertise, guys. So my main expertise is related to data itself. So why? That means what is the reason behind why I chosen this data science? Because my past experience, almost all my past experience is also related to the data only, guys. That is the reason I was able to transit almost all from the previous experience, whatever the previous tech, the previously whatever I have the experience. So I was able to transfer, I was able to transit easily into this particular data science because my almost all my 18 years of experience is working with the data only. So my expertise includes mostly working with databases, guys. I have been got worked with the databases. I have been got worked with the databases, and completely I have been got worked with managing and processing of and analyzing of large volumes of business data. My main experience includes. So my expertise is completely on the data management. That is the basically related to the database. So SQL, PL, SQL. I have been working with various databases actually, guys. Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, SQLite. There are different types of databases I have been having that experience. And after the databases, I moved into the BI technologies, guys. So completely into the BI. So somebody has raised a doubt, sir, what is the difference from the BI tools actually? Everything we can do it in as part of the BI. Yes, I'll explain you guys because I also have an expertise in BI technologies also. And after that, I moved to big data technologies. So almost all 4 years, I have been having the expertise in the big data technologies. And in 2017, I have been moved, guys. Almost all it is 5 years experience on data science. In 2017, almost all in the March. So almost all in the March from 2017 March, I have been started working on the big data. So sorry, the data science technologies. Almost all it was nearer to 5 years actually, guys. So data science, machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence. So I have been having my expertise actually. And I done my certification program on AI and ML from IIIT Hyderabad. I think all of you have an idea about that. So upgrade, great learnings. So there are going to be IIIT Hyderabad. So these are going to be some of the top programming, the top training programmings on this particular data science. And a couple of years back, almost in 2019, I completed. So now they have added a lot of courses also. IIIT has added a lot of courses, and all these are in collaborated with some other corporate companies, guys. Directly this upgrade, whatever, even the great learnings or it may be the upgrade, they says that certification is from IIIT Hyderabad or IIIT Bangalore or IIT Chennai or IIT Madras. It is only with collaboration actually, guys. So we'll be the trainings are going to be from the IIIT faculties, but it is going to be maintained and completely handled by some other corporate companies. Like my program is from Talent Sprint. We have a great learnings upgrade. So these are all some kind of an corporate companies. So which into that particular training, into the training what they got it actually, guys. Yeah, faculty members are from IIIT. The complete faculty members are from IIIT because the classes itself is from IIIT. So the campus where the training will be going on, it's a weekend classes actually. So on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, Saturdays we have to go to Talent Sprint, which was nearer to IIIT Hyderabad. But Sundays, which are going to be the theoretical concepts which will be given, the training is going to be from the IIIT faculties. I think you can see some of the news like Jawahar. He is the dean. He's the in charge of that particular total data science. It's completely Mr. Jawahar. So he will be training some classes, and even some kind of an corporates like from Microsoft Research. So some people will be coming, some like Manish Gupta and Ravi Shankar. So these are all PhD candidates, completely PhDs. So they've done their PhDs in mathematics and all these things actually. So faculty members are from Triple IT. Only the batches will be handled, the training, these like the labs and all these things will be conducted by the other corporates actually. Yeah, guys. So this is going to be about myself, guys. So I don't want to just go more into so this is my certification from Triple IT Hyderabad. So this is like what I got it for certification from Sri Vamsi Krishna Guttula for a very good performance. So the certification is also given only depending on the performance only, guys. Not simply attending the classes, they don't give the certifications actually. Okay. So this is about myself, guys. This is about myself. Okay, so let's start our discussion actually, guys. So, and anybody, guys, so while you're typing the messages, you can just send the messages to everyone so that everybody can see the messages actually, guys, instead of what I'm talking about that. So that everybody on the same page. So please send it to everyone actually, guys. Okay. So this is just a workshop actually, guys. This is going to be just a workshop. So this is just conducting as a workshop actually, guys, on workshop on, for example, on a full stack data science course actually, guys, a workshop on a full stack data science course actually, a full stack data science course. So my backend team, from Durga Soft will give you all the complete details actually. So they'll give you the details. So we already started one batch at 8 p.m. So we already started one batch at 8 p.m. So just an introductory classes. Just we have been given some introductions actually. We have not yet started. So from tomorrow onwards, that is on the 17th January, from the 17th January 2022. So you will be starting with our regular classes actually, guys. So if anybody is interested, so they can just register for that particular batch. And from tomorrow onwards, from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. guys. From 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. is our batch timing actually. Okay. So just we have given some introduction. Tomorrow we are going to start with the regular classes, with the Python classes actually. So I'll tell you what is our course curriculums and all these things. I'll give you an idea. Let us have a discussion about that. If anybody is interested, if you're satisfied with my training, if you're interested to learn data science, you can get registered from tomorrow. From tomorrow 8 p.m. we are having the regular classes are going to be getting started. Anyhow, my backend team will contact you and they will update you the details actually, guys. Okay, fine, guys. Yeah, it's in the completely weekdays classes only, guys. It's a weekdays classes, Shankar. It is 1.5 hours. Yeah, it is 1.5 hours actually. 1 hour. That means it will be generally 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes, 75 minutes to 90 minutes. It will be the classes, and it will be weekdays classes only, guys. It's a weekdays classes because the course curriculum is very high actually, guys. The course curriculum is very high. Like for example, if I start with some these upgrades and etc., it will be some around 11 months course actually, guys. It's 11 months course actually, but we cannot make the student to stay for 11 months of time. 11 months is very it's a very high duration actually. It's very long duration actually. So like the employees who are been working, so they cannot dedicate that many weekends basically. That's why what generally we do is we are going to be limiting our course for, we are not limiting the contents actually, we are limiting our course for 4 months of time actually, guys. So almost all it is going to be for 4 months of time. So sometimes we have to attend some workshops also, like today how we are conducting the free workshops. Same as it is, we are going to get some workshops on, like for example, I will be conducting a frequent workshops on R language actually, yes. So R language is a part of our course curriculum. So that particular course curriculum you have to cover in the weekends actually. So weekends will cover some around 3-4 hours will cover. So that from 3 hours, guys, 9 a.m. to which is going to be 12 p.m. Some weekends regularly we are going to be conducting some kind of a workshops, like some extra topics actually, guys, like R language or something like big data systems also, guys. So some kind of a big data systems. So these classes you will be gets conducting like a workshops. You have to attend those particular workshops. Anyhow, I'll give you a complete details of my course curriculum also so that you can get some clarity about them, guys. Okay, fine. So let us start with our discussion, guys. So what is this full stack data science course actually, guys? Previously, we used to call it as data science. We used to call it as only just a data science. Now we are going to call it as a full stack data science course. So we generally have an idea, guys. What do you mean to say full stack nowadays? So the companies are also asking for a full stack. Full stack means from beginning to ending or end to end, whatever the tools, whatever the technologies you require, or whatever the techniques you require, all the things for a complete data science project, whatever is required, we have to learn all that particular topics actually, guys, instead of learning one part of a data science course. Because data science contains so many different areas actually, guys, so many different areas. Mainly your data science contains AI, and we are going to be having something called as an ML, and we are going to be having a DL, guys. AI, you know that, which is going to be an artificial intelligence, whereas ML is going to be nothing but what we are going to call it as a machine learning, and DL is going to be basically what we are going to call it as a deep learning actually, guys. It's a deep learning actually. So it is going to be AI, which is going to be an artificial intelligence, guys. So I think all of you are having this particular one. It is going to be an artificial intelligence. It is an artificial intelligence, and it is a machine learning, and it is going to be deep learning actually, guys. Yes. Machine learning, deep learning are a part of AI only. Yes. It's an AI. It's a part of the AI actually, guys. Yep, fine. So the people see, guys. So the main point is, so many people are having about a different opinions about them. So again, if I say that AI contains, actually the hierarchy is going to be AI. Actually, I have written in hierarchical only. AI going to contains ML, and ML is going to contains the DL actually, guys. But basically, whenever I say AI is a part of ML, ML is sorry, DL is a part of ML, ML is a part of AI. Generally, everybody expects that, sir, as you are saying that AI contains ML, ML contains a DL. So shall I start our classes with DL? No. So you will be getting some kind of a different opinion about that. That's why generally we don't talk about them actually. Okay. So basically our classes are going to be starting from ML actually, guys. So you will understand over the time period, you will understand them, guys. So ML, we are going to start from ML. Inside the ML, we are going to be having a deep learning. And anyhow, though we are learning ML, so many people again ask me, sir, if you are learning ML and DL, are we not going to learn AI? ML, DL, all are part of our AI only, guys. Is all are part of our AI only. Initially, we'll start our training programs on ML actually, guys. That is, we'll start from machine learning actually. Because what is going to be deep learning? So what is going to be deep learning actually, guys? So deep learning is a little bit higher level to discuss them. So generally we'll conduct some workshops, basically specifically for DL actually, guys. So anyhow, in our actual classes also, we will be having a complete training, a complete introduction to all of them again. So don't worry, just it is like a workshop just to give some idea about them. So mainly, as part of our full stack data science course, whatever the tools that are going to be required, guys, I'm just giving some idea. What are the tools that we are going to learning? What are the different techniques we are going to learning? I'll just give you some course curriculum, guys, so that you can get some idea behind them. So generally, I don't prefer to use this one, guys. That means I don't prefer to use any presentations basically. Okay, we'll use them presentations. Basically, presentations are basically used basically for corporate level trainings. We use as the particular this one. But as part of our training program, mostly we are not going to be using any such kind of an application, guys. Like presentations are very less. Practically, we are going to be having the more actually, guys. I'm going to be using a pen tablet. So everything like just like in class environment, guys. You're just like sitting in a class. I'm writing a whiteboard. I'm using a whiteboard actually, guys. The name of the software itself is a Microsoft whiteboard. So the name of the software itself I'm using is a Microsoft whiteboard. Actually, even my pen tablet, my actual pen tablet was damaged. So I brought another pen tablet. It is not that much convenient. So in a couple of days, I think during the festival, no, so shops may not be open. I have to go to there is a company called as an Wacom. So I will be using this pen tablets actually, guys. Wacom is going to be basically for famous for the pen tablets actually. So not only for these type of pen tablets, it is going to be mainly for designing. You can just check it out, wacom.com. I use as that pen tablets actually, guys. A very popular and very convenient also. Right now, even my pen tablet is also not convenient. I use as these pen tablets only, guys. I use as pen tablets, and your feeling is like just like you're sitting in a class actually, because everything is going to be I'm writing it, and I'll share you these particular files also, guys. the whatever I'm writing here, this will be shared as a .png file. In our regular classes, every day to day, the whiteboard also will be shared to you. Okay, fine, guys. So coming to our discussions. So I'll try to answer the question. Some of the questions, some of the people are asking me, like for example, how it is different from what is the use of BI tools. We achieve all the visualization plotting using data science Python libraries. No, is there any special advantages of using this tool? Is my next query. Okay. And apart from that, how much cloud or Docker or containers knowledge is going to be gets required as part of the DL? Yes, absolutely. We'll be discussing in our class. I think now you will get a clarity about that. Okay. So coming to the full stack data science course, actually, guys, I'll show you my Excel sheet. Day-to-day program will be there. That means day-to-day means generally how many sessions will be there. There is an Excel sheet, a complete Excel sheet, which will give you a complete idea about how many classes we are going to spend. So what are the topics we are going to learn? So we have a completely discussion is there. Our team will get back to you by sharing those particular details also. So let me give some details actually, guys. Okay, first of all, okay, we'll do one thing, guys. I'll come back to that application later. Let me give you some introduction related to machine learning, guys. I'll come back to my course curriculum later because I want to give you some introductions about that. So which is going to be nothing but machine learning, guys. I just give you some idea about what do you mean to say about a machine learning? What is meaning of a machine learning? What exactly the machine learning is going to be doing? What are the things we are going to learning? Something I'll give some idea about the machine learning, guys. So don't worry. So it's not our course curriculum is not limited only to the machine learning, but this workshop is only limited to the discussions of machine learning, guys. Okay, fine. So the name itself is saying that machine learns. That means machines are going to learn actually, guys. Machines are going to learn actually, guys. I'll tell you in the easiest way. I'll tell you what is meaning of a machine learning. So generally before, that means some people already have an idea about machine learning. Some people may have a completely zero knowledge actually, guys. So the main wonder, even one of the main confusion concept, guys, main confusion point here is generally we all of you have an idea about this. Up to now, whenever we learn any programming languages, generally up to now, whenever we are learning any programming languages, as a programmer, we have an idea, guys, that if you write some program according to the logic we write, or according to the program we write, the machines are going to execute. Machine is nothing but our computers. So whatever the data you write or whatever the code we write it, according to that, it is going to be gets executed. We already studied about that. We already having a knowledge that machines, as a programmer, if you just give some instructions. So what is a software? What is a program? A program is nothing but a set of instruction to the particular machine. Up to now, we studied that machines are going to just execute whatever the code we are going to write it actually, guys. That means as a programmer, you have to find out the logic. So if the logic is converted into the machine understandable language, the machine understandable language is nothing but a program actually, guys. By using a C or C++ or Java or .NET or PHP or Python, whatever the language you use. So as a programmer, just if you write some program which the machines can understand them, so the machines are going to run according to the program actually. But now the experts are saying that you really don't require any program. So really you don't require to write any program to the machine. You just give your requirement. Machines can automatically program itself. That means the machines has got the ability over that time period. So we are giving a logic to the machine. This is the logic which we have to give to find out some of the given two numbers. Now what the machines are saying is, you don't write any program for me. You really don't write any program to me. You really don't give any program to me. Only thing is, you give you what is your requirement. If this is an input and this is an output, you give me the requirement. I'm going to write the program for me. I'm going to write the program for you. That is what the machines are saying now. So over the experience, over the time period, we have seen a lot of programs and we have understood all these particular programs. So whenever if you want to find out whether this number is an even or odd, up to now we used to write the program. Now you don't require to write a program. You just tell me this is an even, this is an odd. If you just tell me, I'm going to write the program for that. What the point, guys? So an easy way to understand, this is one of the diagram which we can see very frequently, guys. So what the machines are saying is, what is our traditional programming languages, guys? In a normal traditional programming languages, up to now, whatever we have been seen. Whenever we talk about up to now, what are the traditional programming languages? You give the input, and you give the program to me. Whatever the program you write, the program is going to contain whatever the logic you require it actually, guys. So automatically, if you give the input and program to the machine, this is your machine actually, guys. If you give me the input and if you give me the program, I'm going to just run the program, whatever you write, and I'm going to give you the output actually, guys. That is normally our traditional programming languages says. But what exactly a machine learning says actually, guys? What exactly the machine learning says is, you give me the input, you give me the input, as well as you give me your required output also. You give the input and you give me what is your expected output actually, guys. This is your machine. This is going to be now whatever we are going to be learning about the machine learning, guys. So simple to understand. You give me the input as well as you give me the output. I'm going to understand this output and input. Based on what this output is changing with respect to the input, I am going to write the program for you. Yes, really, guys. Generally, most of the people will wonder, sir, really, will the machines will learn? Yes, absolutely, the machines will learn them actually, guys. Absolutely, the machines will learn actually. Absolutely, the machines are going to be learning actually, guys. Okay, that is what exactly we are going to be doing this actually, guys. Yes, guys, please give me a minute, guys. Just 1 minute, I'll be back. Somebody has been there. So just give me 2 minutes, guys. I'll be back. Sorry, guys. Let's continue, guys. Yeah. So what the machines are saying here is, guys, yeah, I'll discuss about them actually, guys. Yeah, I'll tell you about all of that particular descriptive user and analysis part. Yeah, at the end of the session, at the end of the session, we have some questions. We have a questionnaires actually, guys. So at that time, if you have any questions, you can discuss with me. Okay, fine, guys. Okay, let's continue, guys. So what the machines are saying here is, guys, if you give us the data, if you give us the data, automatically we will tell, we are going to write the program actually, guys. In a simplest way, if you want to talk about them, guys. In a simplest way, what we can talk about this one, guys. For example, this is my input, guys. For example, if X and Y is my input, this is my expected output, guys. For example, I'm talking about that. X and Y are the two inputs, guys. So let us say that just in an easy way, if I talk about them, guys, if X is 10, Y is 20, my expected output is 30, guys. If input is 100 and output, the X and X is 100 and Y is 200, my expected output is going to be 300, guys. If my output, if my input is -1 and input is going to be +1, output should be 0. And if input is 5 and input is 10, output should be, let us say, 15 actually, guys. So if this is our required input actually, guys, if this is our required input and this is our expected output. So in an easy way, so that everybody can understand, I'm talking in a simplest example, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. So if we look at the input and look at the output, so if I give the data to this, if I give the data like this, so if, for example, if a normal traditional programming language, if I given to a programmer, what the programmer will do is he will understand, okay, if I give 10 and 20, output should be 30. If I give 100 and 200, output should be 300. If I give plus 1 and minus 1, output should be 0. If 5 and 10 is given, output should be 15. So I can understand the logic. It's a very simple logic only, easy to understand. I'm talking about them, guys. So programmer understands the output and he will write the program for adding of two numbers. It's an addition of two numbers, guys, right? It is nothing but just addition of two numbers actually. So you'll write a program. You will write a Java program or write a C program by using some of the programming language, guys. By using some of the programming language. It may be a Java or it may be Python or it may be some other C, C++, something we have to write it actually. Now, whenever it comes to a machine learning expert, same example, if I give it to a machine learning expert actually, guys, an ML expert, what an ML expert will do is he does not studies the data actually, guys. Simply he will say that I'll give the data to you. He will directly give the data to the machine actually, guys. He will give X and Y as an input. And also he will give the output also, guys. That means this is my input and this is my output. There is a way actually, guys. Simply if I give it means machine does not accept it. There is a method is there. There is some technique is there. How the machines will learn. Machine says that if you just give me the data, I can't study that. You have to tell me what is your input, what is your output. I'm going to do that. So automatically the machine understands that and automatically it is going to write the function actually, guys, which is going to be nothing but the output is equals to nothing but the X plus Y. The system will study the data. The system is going to study the data. Initially, the machine learning was used only for this kind of an applications only, guys. First, they studied like this only. They started studying like this only, guys. Really, the machines can learn or not. They started with a small example, like addition of two numbers, subtraction of two numbers, logical ands, logical ors. So they given the outputs like this only, guys. So if I give something like A and B, what is going to be A and B? They used to give the data like this only, guys. Initially, the machines was trained like this only, true and false. A and B is going to be false. True is A and B is true, which is going to be true. This is going to be true and false, or false and false it is going to be. It is a false. Initially, the machines was trained like this only, guys. Initially, the machines were trained like this only, saying that if this is an input and this is a required output, can you study that? So they will study that, okay, this is an AND gate, this is an OR gate. Like that, machines started learning them actually, guys. So later it was applied to some business scenarios, but later find it out that really the machines will learn actually, guys. Initially, the people thought that, will really machines can learn? Yes, machines can absolutely learn them, guys. Machines can really, absolutely, they can learn. But after a thorough research on them, they find it that yes, machines can learn from that particular data actually, guys. So in a straightforward application, if I talk about them, guys, if you give me the data, so what is happening here is, guys, the data has to be given to the machines, guys. The machines has to given with some data. Machines cannot directly learn the things, guys. Machines has to be given with the data. Data is the input actually, guys. Actually, this is data science we are calling it as. This is what we call it as a data-driven science actually, guys. We call it as a data-driven science. Data science is also called as a data-driven science because machines can learn because the completely the data science is going to be driven by only with the data. Everything should be in the format of data only, guys. Everything should be in the format of data only, guys. Data driven science actually, guys. So data was given to the machine. Anything you have to give it in the data format. So data is given to the machines. Machine is going to study the data and machines is going to understand the data, guys. Machines really understands the data actually, guys. So whatever that it understood, that output is going to be coming, whatever it understood, it will be coming in the format of an insights actually, guys. Insight is nothing but what we, most of you know that, it is going to be whatever the knowledge. It is going to be nothing but, guys, it is a knowledge, whatever it understood from the data, that is going to be identified. That is going to be what the machine has been learned. And based on this particular insights, we can do some kind of a prediction. Actually, guys, Data science is going to be a type of analytics, whatever we are going to do. Based on that, main purpose is for prediction actually. If you want to predict something in the future, so how can you predict, guys? How can I predict that? It is going to be completely done by some kind of an understanding the past data actually. That's why we call it as a predictive analysis actually, guys. So the data science is basically a part of which is going to be nothing but a predictive analysis. So we are analyzing some past data. We are analyzing our past data, guys. How the humans will learn. How generally humans will learn actually, guys. So from our past experience. So let us say that when you join in a company as a fresher, your performance is going to be only 50% is your performance. How your performance has been increased over the time period, guys. Over the time period, how it was increased. 60%, 70%, 80%. Over your experience. So machine also says the same thing, guys. Over the time period will increase the performance. Over our performance will be improved over the time period actually, guys. So machine learning is simple part is data was given to the machine. Machine is going to understand that particular insights, whatever that particular insight, patterns, whatever it is there, trends, correlations, all these things machines will identify. Based on that particular insights, you can do some kind of a prediction actually, guys. Like a simple example, I'll tell you. Yes, I'll give you an example. Yes, I'll give you an example. That is, for example, let's talk about a real example, guys. Let us talk about an example. So let us talk about in a banking. Let us talk about a loans department, guys. Let us go to the loans department. So generally, we know that whenever a customer applies a loan, whenever customer applies a loan, so whether the loan should be approved or whether the loan should not be approved. First of all, who is going to decide that actually, guys? So they'll collect some information from us, like they have a lot of information about us. So for example, you are maintaining some kind of you are maintaining your account in a bank. So that particular bank already studied about your behavior, how much salary you are getting every month, how much salary is credited in your account, how much expenditures you have, how much savings amounts you are having. So we have a complete behavior of that particular person. So nowadays, the banks, all this business is not only trying to do the business with the customers, guys. They're trying to understand the business, the customer behavior also. So how the customer behavior is there. So what kind of nature the person is there. Banks knows about that. Whenever we do some investment or whenever I do some kind of an investments, savings. So if I maintain some FDs or if I maintain some RDs, they'll study them actually. So this is a characteristics of this particular person. Based on that, can you estimate anything? Can you do some kind of a prediction in the future, etc. They'll try to understand our behavior actually, guys. Okay, so the loans department is there. So they want to give some kind of the main idea here is the main target is to give the loans. But not only giving the loans, guys. Before giving a loan, first of all, they want to have an estimation whether the customer can repay the amount or not, whether he was capable to repay the amount or not. So banks will look at two things, guys. Just simply giving the loan. After that, if they are unable to recover the amount from the customer, so there will be huge losses actually. So what the banks people are saying here is, over that time period, we have a lot of customers with us. Who pays the EMIs promptly? Who does not pay the EMIs promptly? So we have some defaulters and we are having the non-defaulters. So what the banks people says it is, what about the past customers are there? These are past customers. These are our past customers actually, guys. So over the 10 years period or 20 years or 30 years, we are given the loans to so many customers. These are our past customers data. So what has been happened, we already know. Some of them are defaulters, some of them are non-defaulters. If you study this data actually, guys, nowadays, we all of you know this, guys. We are living in the age of data. It is currently, what is our era is going to be our data era actually, guys. We are living in the age of a data age. Everything is driven only by the data. Every day we do a lot of work only by using a data only, guys. So from the past customers data, if you analyze their behavior, you can get some information from them. Why don't you study the past customers data? If you study the past customers data, you will be getting some idea about, so who could be the defaulters and who could be the non-defaulters. You can get some idea about them, guys. So what the bank people thought is, why don't you analyze our past customers data? And why don't you study them? And based on some insights, we are going to get some kinds of insights will come. Why don't you do some kind of an analysis on that? So we'll get some kind of an insights. Yes, some years back, this task was assigned to some kind of a mathematicians or a statisticians, guys. Yes, absolutely. Some years before, some around 10, 15 years before, all this task was assigned to some kind of a statisticians and mathematicians. Because as you know, guys, as you all of you know that as a statistician, what he has to do. So statisticians is completely their work is to apply some statistical formulas or apply some statistical rules. So some theories to do some analysis on the data actually, guys. Yes, absolutely. Statistician used to take some time, some years of time they used to take it actually, guys. Some months to years of time, they used to take some data, some time, and they used to get some kind of an insights. So time consuming as well as they are not that much accurate also, guys. They're not actually statisticians get the accuracy of 85% actually, guys. 85% whatever the trends they estimate is going to be accurate actually. But they really require a little bit more and more accurate, guys. More than 95% they want the accuracy. That means whatever they expect, that should happen 95% accurately. So what the bank people is saying is study the past customers data. Based on that, if you can give me some insights, based on that in my future, whenever a customer applies a loan, I can have a prediction. That means I can have an idea whether he could be a defaulter, whether he could be a non-defaulter. Simple example, guys. Today, for example, whether if anybody asks you whether today it is going to be rains or not, if they ask you whether today it will rain or not, first of all, what you are going to think about that? Did yesterday it was rain? Day before yesterday it was rain. From last 10 days it was raining. So high chances that today also it is going to be rains. But 100% they may not be correct. 90% chances that there is going to be rain is going to be there. So whenever we do some kind of a prediction based on some kind of an experience, guys. So whenever we are trained, for example, guys, for every day you are traveling to your house, your home to your office actually. So we are taking a different directions. Every day we are going to not traveling at the same paths actually. So we have a different directions. We have a different routes are there. So over the experience, you know that at this particular point of time, if I go in this way or in this particular route, it may take more time. If this is going to be, so how our humans will learn over the experience, your machines also will learn over the experience only, guys. So this data was now given to the machines. The data was given to the machines. Machines will study the data actually, guys. Machines will study the data. And based on that particular study, we can do some kind of a prediction. So whatever the statisticians are doing the work actually, guys, same thing the machines are going to be doing without much work. Then you may get a doubt. Sir, statistician means we should be an expertise in maths and statistics. Absolutely. That work is going to be done by the machine. So though we are not an expertise in maths, though we are not that much expertise in statistics, so we are taking the help of the machines, guys, because machines are going to take care about that. We really don't worry about what is the maths and what is the stats behind them, because all this work, what a statistician require is going to be taken by the machine actually, guys. So the machines are saying the same thing. You give the data, I'm going to study the data, and based on the study, I'm going to give you this particular data, guys. Okay. So just let us take a small practical example, guys. Just a small practical example. Okay. Really don't worry. Just what is my main concept here is I just want to make you understand will the machines will learn actually, guys. We'll take a small example, guys, a very small toy example. Can anybody give any ideas, guys? Anybody, if you have your own opinion, own ideas, I'll implement them. Otherwise, I'll implement my logic actually, guys. My data, I'll implement it. Can anybody give any ideas, guys? If anybody gives some data for my training, I'll give the training to the machine and ask my machine to learn the data, guys. Anybody? Anybody can give any ideas? No. Okay, it's a cricket analysis, but I'm saying that it's small toy data set as of now. As of now, I want to show you practically. Cricket analysis means it takes a lot of data. Just only for practically, just to make understand, for everybody to understand them actually, guys. Fine. Any ideas? Just an example. Okay, student mark analysis. Okay, fine. Any other ideas? Can you give me the data? Can you give me the data? If you can give me the data, that is well and good. Otherwise, I'll choose a small example for me, guys. A very simple example. Okay. I'll do one thing, guys, just for a small understanding. It's a small toy data set. Actually, due to cold, my voice may not be clear, guys. So don't think that my voice will be like this. So my voice will be very clear, actually, guys. It will be very high bass will be there. So today I'm not feeling well due to some cold. So I'm not feeling well today so my voice is not that much clear. Okay, a small example, guys. A very small example, guys, so that anybody can understand that example. Okay, it's a toy data set, guys. It's a toy data set means generally we can play them around them. Just nothing but we say that just simply we can play around them. We generally call it as a toy data sets, actually, guys. Let us take an example, guys. Tossing a coin. A simple example, guys. A tossing a coin, actually, guys. I want to toss a coin and I want to do some kind of an analysis on the tossing of a coin, actually, guys. Actually, this is not a real, that means it is not going to be practically happens, but just I want to make you understand, will the machines will learn correctly or not? Will the machines will learn or not? That is what I want to do is, guys. Okay, actually, guys, when I toss a coin, the result of tossing a coin is going to be nothing but it is a head or a tail, actually, guys. It's a head or a tail. So we all of you know that tossing a coin result of head or tail, is it a dependent feature, guys? Is it depending on anything? Will the tossing a coin head or tail, will it depend on anything? No, it's actually a random experiment, right? We generally call it as a random experiment, what we are going to call it as, guys, right? Fine. Actually, it won't depend. It won't depend on anything, but I'm going to give the data to the machine, guys. Let us say that I'm going to take a gender column, actually, guys. A gender. I'm going to take a gender, actually, guys. Gender and the result of a coin. The result of the tossing of a coin, guys. Actually, whether the result of tossing a coin head or tail, it does not really depends on which is going to be the gender, actually. Okay. For the time being, guys, you can understand, guys, what is the need of a machine learning expert, actually. So you may get a doubt, sir, if everything data is given to the machine, if machines can study the data, then what is my work actually here, guys? There is a lot of work is there. Simply if machine takes the data, machine understands the data, gives a prediction means our work will not be there. Let us have a look at this, guys. Just an example, gender 0 means it is going to be nothing but female, guys. And let us say 1 means it is a male. Why we have to take 0 and 1s? Because is machines can't understand the males and females data. Machines can't understand. Strings cannot be understandable by our machines. So we have to convert them, actually. Just an example, guys. 0 is a female, 1 is a male, actually, guys. Just an example. 0, the result can be tail. So result can be head or tail. That is not a problem, guys. Result can be anything, but the dependent, whatever that particular feature we are going to be talking about, that should not be a string type of data type. 0 is a tail, 1 is a head. That means if a female tosses the coin, the result is tail. If the gender male has tossed the coin, it is a head. For example, again 1, again it is a head. Actually, it is not a correct data, actually, guys, because the result of tossing a coin does not depend on gender male or a female, actually. 0 is going to be tail. Let us say that it is going to be 0 is another tail, actually, guys. This is what has been happened. Actually, as a human, we know the result of tossing the coin does not depend on the gender, basically, guys. But machines does not knows. Machine does not really knows that the results does not depend on the gender. But if I ask the machine, let us say that we made the person to toss the coin. Randomly, I picked some females and males, and I made them to toss the coin, actually, guys. 0 is a tail. That means if female tossing the coin, it is a tail. If male is tossing the coin, it is coming as a head. Another female tossed the coin, it is a tail. Another 0, it has been tossed a coin, it is a tail. Actually, we know that gender of the person does not really decides the tossing the result of a coin, actually. But whenever I given the machine, because it's very small toy data set, guys, because it is only just a 2 variables are there. And just there is a matter of only 5 observations. But in real applications, you will be having thousands observations will be there. And the features are also going to be not just a 2-dimension, guys. It's just a 2-dimensional data.
In real applications, we'll be having 20 dimensions. That means there are 20 different types of columns will be there. We can't study the data manually. Like a normally, this is a very toy data set. Very small number of dimensions and very few number of observations actually, guys. So let us talk about that. If I give the same data to the machine studies something from this data, guys. It's very clear. So what the machine says that if female tosses the coin, it will be a tail. If the male tosses the coin, it will be head. Now, if I ask the machine, if a male tosses the coin, then what is the outcome it is going to be? The machine says that if male tosses the coin, the result is going to be nothing but it is a head. What the machine is going to say is that. This is what my machine can say based on the past data, guys. If I give some past experience, the machines really study the data. Machines does not knows that. Yes, in this use case, machine will do wrong predictions. Yes, absolutely. Because the machine does not knows which one is a correct, which one is a wrong. That is what I want to convey here, guys. If machines can directly learn by themselves, then what is going to be my work actually? So I have to intimate to the machine saying that this is what you have to learn. This result does not really depending on the gender. Whether it really depends on gender or not, we have to decide it. But if we give it to the machine, maybe we don't know. Sometimes some patterns we don't know, guys, unless and until if the machine says that, no, there is going to be some feature is there. There is some relation is there. With 5 or 6 examples, we cannot do them, guys. But for example, if there are 1,000 samples are there like this. For example, if I have 1,000 samples like this, guys, just give me a minute, guys. Just give me a minute, guys. Yeah. For example, if there are 1,000 samples are there actually, guys. So in all the 1,000 samples, the machine is saying that, yes, gender is going to decide that. Then you may understand that, okay, it may be up to now we thought that gender does not decide that particular the result of tossing a coin. But actually there is some dependencies there actually, guys. If I give that data to the machine says that, yes, there is some relation is there, which is going to be something like this. There is a gender concept is there, guys. Actually, it is going to be nothing but what I can say is, which is going to be, yes, absolutely machines will learn actually, guys. Actually, I want to show you. So which is going to be nothing but machines can show you. I don't want to show practically because if I show you practically, you'll get confused with whatever I'm doing that because I have to use some kind of a libraries, how the machine learning is going to be gets done. You will be get confused. That's why I'm not going to do it practically, guys. Okay. So that's why I'm not showing practically. Just I want to tell you that what is a main target, what is going to be a main machine learning expert is going to do that actually, guys. So as a machine learning expert, we have to give the data to the machine saying that this is what you have to predict, but it is depending on the gender. It does not depend on the gender. That is what I have to tell you, guys. Whatever I have to tell the machine. This is your dependency. This is going to be not a dependency. If I tell that, then the machines will learn it actually, guys. Basically, this process is nothing but what we are going to call it as a feature selection, or what we are going to call it as a feature extraction is what we are going to do this, guys. This technique is nothing but what we are going to call it as a feature selection or a feature extraction. So which features are important for us? Which features will decide our target variable? That is what exactly, which is going to be what we are going to be doing this actually, guys. Okay. So correctly speaking, data was first given to an ML expert actually, guys. It is given to an ML expert. Directly, it is not given to the machine. The ML expert will do this task actually, guys. After that, this data was given to the machine and the machine is going to give you some insights. And based on that particular insights, it is going to do the prediction. This is what exactly the machine learning will do it actually, guys. Got the point, guys? So first data will be taken by the ML expert and the ML expert is going to do some kind of a task actually, guys. Feature selection, feature extraction. Sir, how do you decide? That means these features are going to be important. These features are not important. How do you decide it actually, guys? That is going to be based on a task, what we are going to call it as an exploratory data analysis, guys. Actually, somebody has asked me a doubt. Feature engineering. Yes, feature engineering, feature selection. It is going to be, it's not a data engineering. That is what we have to do that. It is what we call it as a feature engineering actually, guys. Okay. Because that particular task. And as we have a different type of stats, descriptive, predictive, perspectives. Yes, that is going to be, we are going to do it. as part of this task called what we call it as an EDA, guys. EDA basically stands for which is going to be exploratory data analysis. It is an exploratory data analysis, guys. Exploratory data analysis, which in shortcut we are going to call it as an EDA, guys. So a machine learning expert has to do a lot of EDA, an exploratory data analysis, both the text-based analysis, guys, as well as even it is going to be some kind of a visual EDA. Visual EDA means, guys, understanding the data in a visual format. Some kind of a visual format we have to see them, guys. So by using some kind of a text-based analysis, that means as a text as well as a visual-based analysis, we have to do that. So machine learning expert main task is to do the EDA, guys. Once if we do the EDA, we'll understand is the results is depending on the gender or not. So we have to decide them, guys. Machine does not knows that. Really is that gender is going to be deciding factor or not, it is going to be decided actually, guys. Now, how it is different from deep learning actually, guys, because so many people get some doubt about the machine learning and deep learning. Deep learning is something different actually, guys. Later I'll tell you what is exactly deep learning. But in a simplest way, guys, in deep learning, the machine itself will decide what is the importance of the gender in predicting the results actually. In predicting the results, will the gender is actually deciding that or does not decide that? That is automatically decided by the machine itself. But anyhow, I don't want to make you confused here, guys. But we have a main option here is. So then what is our main work here is? Actually, the thing is, machines can learn actually, guys. But how the machines will learn? Don't expect that machine is going to learn like an automation process actually, guys. They require some kind of a training is required actually. The training and all these things should be as an ML expert. We have to do it actually. Some training should be given to the machine. So a machine learning expert will decide the features, the feature engineering, whatever some people are calling it as feature selection, feature extraction, and how the machine will learn. That is what we have to decide it actually, guys. As an ML expert, that is a person has to decide that actually. So why the machine learning has become popular actually, guys? Why the machine learning has become popular from the last 5 or 6 years back? Before that, machine learning was not that much popular actually. It was there actually, guys. Machine learning was initially started in 1959, guys. It is started almost all in 1959. It was started actually, guys. Almost all 6 decades. But it was not that much successful in the last recent years. Only it has become successful actually, guys. Why? Because it is due to the algorithms whatever we are going to implement them, guys. It is basically the algorithms, guys, the machine learning algorithms. It is not some kind of an sorting algorithms or not some other algorithms. They are going to be basically, guys, the ML algorithms what we are going to learn it actually. So my complete specialization is on these algorithms only, guys. I've done a lot of research on these algorithms. So really we have to learn these algorithms. Absolutely we have to know them, guys. That means how a machine learning algorithm will learn, how it is going to do the prediction, what it is going to learn. That is what we have to learn it actually, guys. So as an ML expert, simply if you do the EDA is not sufficient, guys. We have to decide which algorithm is best for which problem actually, because it is not just a 1 or 2 algorithms, guys. There are different types of algorithms are there. Like we are going to be having some kind of a classification algorithms. These terms are completely new to you guys, so don't worry about them. Sorry, guys. There is something called as a classification algorithms. We are going to be having some kind of a regression algorithms. We are going to be having some kind of a clustering algorithms. There are different types of algorithms actually, guys. And we are going to be having a deep learning algorithms, guys. Apart from machine learning algorithms, we are having a deep learning algorithms, guys. Coming to deep learning algorithms, we have a different types of deep learning algorithms, guys. Like we are having a ANN, we are going to be having a CNN, we are going to be having an RNNs. There are different types of neural networks, guys. Nothing but artificial neural networks, a convolution neural networks, a recurrent neural networks. So many things are going to be there actually, guys. So many things are going to be there actually. Got it. So we are going to be learning the various algorithms for different problems. Right now, you don't know. Maybe some of you don't know about what is meaning of classification, what is regression, what is clustering. But if you go online and search out what are going to be the popular ML algorithms, you'll get them actually, guys. Coming to classifications, we have KNNs, we have a decision trees, we have a random forest, we are having SPMs, we are having a Navi base. These are going to be some kind of a popular algorithms in classification, guys. Coming to regression, we are having a simple linear regressions. We are going to be having simple linear regressions. We have a logistic regressions, etc. guys. Coming to clustering, we are having k-means. We are having something called as an k-median. Like this, we have some kind of an other algorithms, guys. So mainly, our the main time-taking process is going to be understanding these algorithms, how the KNN works, how a decision tree works, how a random forest will works. We have to study how the algorithms will work actually, guys. If you study how the algorithms will works, then only we can understand how to control that algorithms. Otherwise, we can't control the algorithms basically, guys. Otherwise, you can't control the algorithms basically. If you want to control an algorithm, we have to know how it is going to be gets works actually. Okay. So basically why the Python has came. So observe carefully, guys. All these machine learning algorithms and all these things is related to maths and stats. It is completely, the concept behind them is maths and the stats only, guys. For example, if we talk about neural networks, guys, the maths behind them is going to be nothing but the derivatives. So hope you remember the derivatives, guys. Derivatives. So differential or differential calculus actually. So we have to study the derivatives actually, guys. We'll teach the derivative also. What is dy by dx? What is going to be dy by dx actually, guys? Or something like dou y by dou x actually. We write it now. So partial derivatives. We are going to teach you all those maths and statistics in our classes actually, guys. Okay. So every algorithm is going to be based on some kind of a maths and statistics. Regression is going to be there, guys. Regression is going to be depending on some kind of a linear algebra actually. It is going to be some kind of a linear algebra is going to be required. We are going to teach you all the maths and stats in our class, in our classroom training only. We are going to teach you, guys. Along with the algorithms, we are going to teach you the maths behind them. But you need not to be an expert on them, guys. You really need not to become an expert on that. Some kind of a basic knowledge is going to be required. How much extent, I'll tell you in the actual classes, guys. Okay. So that is going to be the basic idea about the whatever the maths and statistics is going to be required. Okay. But sir, how do you implement it? All these are maths and statistical related concept. Then how it is related to us? So you are a software engineer or you are an IT professional. Then why we have to do this? Because these guys, to implement all these mathematics and statistics, we cannot write all the mathematical formulas actually, guys. So for that, we are going to require some language. We are going to require it actually, guys. So the language which supports linear algebra, the language which supports derivatives, the language which will support some other mathematical calculation. Who is going to provide you all the solution, guys? Yes, concept understanding is sufficient. It's not required to be an expertise because the algorithms internally implement some kind of a maths. If you understand the maths behind them, you can understand how the algorithm is working. Otherwise, you can't understand how it is working. It looks like a magic. If you don't learn the maths, it looks like a magic. You know what is a magic? Magic is going to be something which is not going to be something like a magic, something which we don't know what is happening internally. If you really know what is happening internally, so magic is not going to be magic for you, isn't it? Just like a trick. It's like just like a tricks only, guys, isn't it? Here also we are going to be having some tricks will be there. If you understand the tricks, what is happening internally, we can understand them. Okay. So to implement this linear algebra, to implement these derivatives, you require some maths, some languages which is required actually, guys. So there are so many languages are there, but most popular languages are going to be, we are having Python and R languages, guys. These are the two most popular languages which are basically used for our data science, because R language is completely a statistical computing language. Python is having some libraries which can implement all the maths and statistical related concepts actually, guys. Hope you remembered, guys. For example, if you want to do a matrix multiplication, guys, I'll give a small matrix, just a very small matrix actually, guys. A 2 by 2 matrix I'll give you, guys. A 2 by 2 matrix I'll give it actually, guys. And if I ask you to do a matrix multiplication, it is not just an element by element multiplication. It is a dot product actually, guys. We want to do some kind of a dot product actually. So if you really want to do a dot product, if I ask you to write a C program, guys, how complex it is, we know that. In C program or C++, Java, it is very complicated program. But to do this matrix multiplication in Python is very, very easy. Just a 2 lines of code we write it, guys. 1 line for defining the first matrix Second line is for defining of another matrix. And third is for matrix multiplication. Sorry, guys. So Python and R basically provides you all these utilities, which are basically to implement all these maths and stats related operation in a easiest way. We are going to use this language, guys. That's why our course curriculum initially starts with the core concepts of Python. So first we are going to learn the core Python. We are going to learn, guys. We are not going to spend more time on the core Python. It is going to be just 12 to 13 sessions will be there actually, guys. Just a 12 to 13 sessions. You will be learning the basic core Python. We are going to learn it. If already have a core Python like the ideas, guys, well and good. You can just spend this 12, just like a refreshment class if you already have an idea. After that, our main topics will start actually, guys. Main topic means directly we don't start with machine learning. We are going to learn some prerequisites for machine learning, guys, like how to create these matrices. Everything I told you guys with working with the numbers only. So for working with the numbers, Python provides you a library called as NumPy, guys. A 4 to 5 sessions will be on NumPy, guys. NumPy is nothing but numerical Python. It provides you all the utilities which are required for implementing all these mathematical and statistical related concepts actually, guys. Okay. The third and main important is going to be another library called as an pandas, guys. Pandas basically allows you to work with the data, the data frames, data sets, importing, analysis, all these things we are going to do it by using pandas. This will be around some 12 to 13 sessions. It will take it actually, guys. And after that, there is a data visualization is there, guys, to understand the data. So this is basically the EDA part actually, guys. Here only we are going to do the complete EDA part actually. Visualization is going to take some around 7 to 8 sessions. It will take it actually, guys. So completely starting from beginning, starting with Python, guys. That's why we call it as a full stack data science course. Starting from beginning to ending, whatever you require, everything we are going to teach you, guys. After the visualization, then your machine learning starts actually, guys. The main course curriculum is going to be nothing but the machine learning actually, guys. Yes, you will be given everything is going to be, see guys, we are going to work with live data only, guys. That means real data sets only we are going to be gets working. Absolutely. We'll be having a lot of assignments. We are going to be having a lot of assignments and we are going to be having a lot of POCs are going to be given, guys. I'll show you the course curriculum. This is how my course curriculum will be there actually, guys. So core Python, as I told you, which is going to be 12 sessions, guys. And after that, NumPy is going to be 5 sessions. Pandas is going to take 12 sessions. The visualization is going to take around some 6 to 7 sessions, guys. Then machine learning starts. Mainly, these are the two topics actually, guys. Almost all, if we can see, more than 2 months, guys. More than 2 months, we are going to spend the time in machine learning and deep learning. We are going to do them actually, guys. R language is also part of our course, which is going to be 7 sessions actually, guys. Actually, NLP is also part of our data science only, guys. It is also going to take some around 7 days of time. Plotly and a dash for kind of an interactive reports. We are going to spend another 7 days on the Plotly and the dash. Even Hadoop and Spark, a little bit miscellaneous topic, guys. That's why we are not dedicating that much time, 4 hours. And we are going to develop some kind of a chatbots. You know, what are the chatbots actually, guys? Nowadays, chatbots, voice bots, we are going to be getting. Even there is some Azure ML is also there, guys, which is for 4 days of time. Power BI, which is going to be a 4 days of time. As somebody has asked me in the starting of the session, sir, what about the cloud services are required? Yes, absolutely. Cloud services are also going to be required actually, guys. A little bit knowledge is going to be required. Not little bit. You can do some expertise on the particular Azure as part of the cloud services actually, guys. Most popular cloud services are going to be Azure, and we are going to be having the AWS, or we are having a Google Cloud, GCP. So Google Cloud Platform, or we are going to be using the Azure actually, guys. I'm going to be using the Azure. So we are going to be, in case of deployments, we can do them. Absolutely. We have been talking about the deployment. Okay. So we can do the deployment and some kind of an application, guys. So why it is going to be, so which is going to be nothing but what we can say that some of the, you can say them, guys. In Azure, what will happen here is there are some pre-trained models will be there. For example, we want to develop a machine learning model which is going to be predicting how many customers can attend in the next coming 1 month. Prediction of number of visits actually, guys. So really, if you number of visits actually, number of how many customers we can expect in the next month. So really, we require some data related to restaurants data. We really don't require, because these cloud services provide you some kind of a pre-trained models are going to be provided. Directly, we can train directly based on the data, and we can do some kind of a prediction we can require. So a little bit higher level, unless and until you don't understand the basic ML, you cannot understand that. Like an automated ML process actually, guys. That is what we can say that actually. Yes, we are no prerequisite language is required, guys. Everything we are going to teach you, because in our classes, even there are some people who are like from civil engineering or even from MBA graduates who do not have any programmatical skills also can learn. But initially they will find a little bit difficulty in learning the things, but you can just cope up the things over the time period actually, guys, because it's very easy to learn. It is going to be easy to learn. It is going to be nothing but easy to learn actually, we can do them, guys. That is what exactly which we are going to do that actually. Okay, so without having any programmatical skills, we are going to train it, guys, because Python is very easy, guys. Even if you do not have any idea about the Python also, you can just learn the things actually. That is a basic, any programming languages also, you can learn Python and R basically, guys, because R is language, just you can imagine, guys, R is a programming language which was basically designed for mathematicians, guys. Just imagine a mathematician means who do not have any idea about programming language. So for those people purpose only, this R language was developed actually. So that much easy, this particular R language is there. Anybody can learn. The first 12 classes is just very basic classes, guys. Once you understand them, remaining things will become very easy for our application actually. Yes, absolutely. So what data is given for unpredictable algorithm? Very clear with the predictive algorithms with the past data. Yes, even for past data also we have some unpredictable algorithms, guys. Unpredictable algorithms mean, simple to say, that it is going to be where we don't have any target variable. Simple, guys. There is what you are talking about is a supervised and unsupervised learnings actually. That is a little bit too early to discuss with you. So it is going to be, if you're already having an idea about them, there are going to be supervised and unsupervised learning actually, guys. Like for example, in unsupervised learning, we can say that it is going to be some kind of an, as I think already discussed in the previous classes, which is going to be nothing but market basket analysis actually, guys. What do you mean to say market basket analysis means? A simple example, guys. A simple example, we go to a grocery stores and we buy the products. Generally, we buy the products, some products will buy together. That means whenever I buy the bread, let us say that when I buy the bread, chances that I'm going to buy the eggs together actually, because bread and eggs or bread and jam, some kind of an items we are going to purchase together actually, guys. So there is no prediction actually, guys. That means we don't do any prediction with that. So it is going to tell you that when you buy the bread, chances of that 50% you are going to buy the eggs actually. That is what we call it as an unpredictable analysis, what we are going to do. That is unpredictable algorithms. Okay, Prabhu? Fine. Fine, guys. So anyhow, guys, okay, so coming to our discussion. So this is going to be our course curriculum. Just a minute. I have just taken, unfortunately, it was closed. So this is going to be totally the total course curriculum, guys. Every day to day, the schedule will be there like this, guys. So what topics we are going to discuss? These are my core Python actually, guys. So how many lab assignments will be given and how many POCs you have to do them actually, guys. So these are going to be the complete course curriculum, guys. In NumPy, what we are going to learn. In Pandas, what we are going to learn. So what are the lab assignments and what are the POCs you have to do them, guys. Visualizations, machine learning, R language, deep learning, NLP, Plotly and dashboards, the dashboards, Hadoop and Spark, and which is going to be chatbots. All these are going to be something relevant to this one actually, guys. And this is going to be Azure ML actually, guys, which we are going to work with some kind of a Microsoft Azure services, ANML services, what are going to be there. How do you do the testing and training and testing of ML models? One day class will be there, guys. And how do you do the deployments in the cloud services actually, guys? Okay. So we have to require some knowledge about how to go for the deployment. There are multiple platforms are there. If you are not satisfied with the this one, we have another alternative platforms are also there actually, guys. Okay, fine. So these are going to be my backend team will share you all these details actually to you guys. You can just go through them and you can study them actually, guys. Okay, fine. So this is basically just my introduction to what is going to be just a what exactly our full stack data science course contains and what are the things we are going to discuss in our course curriculum, guys. Okay, and already as I already informed you, so a batch which is going to be starting from tomorrow onwards, guys, which is going to be at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And if you are interested to join the classes, you can get registered with the Durga Soft, and my backend team will get back to you and they will study them actually, guys. Yeah, yeah, guys. So basically the Power BI tools, guys. Mainly, why do you require this particular data visualization tools? Basically, here is they are going to be more and more interactive actually, guys. So basically for more and more interactivity purpose, we are going to use them actually, guys. That's why you can achieve them, guys. But for achieving them, we have to write a little bit more and more code is required. But coming to the BI, it is going to be a simple tool. Just by using a simple drag and drop, you can do it very easily, guys. That means sometimes in real applications, when you go to the real time, whenever we have to do some kind of an quick and whenever we want to do some kind of a simple reports, we have to use this kind of a BI tools. So little bit knowledge. That's why we are not going to spend more time on this, guys. Just on the BI, we are going to just learn 4 sessions. We are going to learn it actually, guys. So these are all just kind of a miscellaneous topics, like an add-on what we are going to be doing this actually, guys. So these are the topics what we are going to be learning. Just a 4 days classes, not more than that. Okay. So actually our Python reports may not be interactive. They're not that much interactivity, guys. But whenever we want to do some kind of an interactive tools, we have to use some kind of a tools like this. Just we are giving some knowledge about them. We are not going to deep into that particular BI tools actually, guys. 30 days course will be there. Normally we are going to give some idea within just a 4 or 5 days. Within 4 or 5 days, we are going to discuss those topics actually, guys. Okay, fine, guys. So fine, guys. So this is going to be just a small workshop on what we are going to be learning in our data science course, a full stack data science course. So my backend team will contact you. They will get back to you from the Durga Soft. So based on your requirements, you can, if you are interested to join, guys, so you can join from the tomorrow. You can get registered with them, and they'll share you all the what are the recording videos are there, whatever the class, each and every class recording videos will be there, guys, as well as whatever my class notes will be there. Every class I'm going to type it. I'm going to share you the class notes, and I'm going to share you that particular the whiteboard, whatever I'm typing here. Everything is going to be shared, and all the POCs and assignments also given topic to topic actually, guys. Okay. Yeah. So payment wise, you have to discuss with the Durga Soft team because I was concerned only. I was a consultant trainer. I was a consultant trainer. So my concern is only about the technical issues actually, guys. So all that course fee, the fees, the fee payments and all these things. So we have to contact with the Durga Soft people. Okay, fine. Yes, I just my side, from my side, it is going to be, we'll be giving all the assistance will be given actually, guys. Will be given, the assistance will be given. Absolutely. All the, you will get a mail from, the Durga Soft people. So what are the course highlights will be there. So all that particular highlights, you can see them. Otherwise, I'll share you the details actually, guys. Just let me share you the details. Just give a minute once. So if we just registered with them, you will be getting this one actually, guys. So I think this is a mail what you are going to get it actually, guys. So duration is going to be 4 months actually, guys. Fees is going to be 16,000. Related to that, you can discuss with the Durga Soft team. And course highlights are going to be maths and statistics, resume preparation, interview based questions, free weekend workshops on advanced concepts, domain specific project based on the participants' requirements, and topic wise assignments and assessments will be there, guys. Okay. And as a complimentary, they will give you complete Python classes actually, guys. Complete 170 videos totally for the Python. As a complimentary, they'll give you the videos actually, guys. Okay. Fine, guys. So this is a mail which you can expect from the Durga Soft people. So this is about this particular today's workshop, guys. If you have any questions, you can technical questions, guys. You can just discuss with me. Anybody? So what is the total duration of the course? Yeah, Prabhu, it is totally 4 months of time. Almost all it is going to be 100 hours will be there almost all. In each and every session, 1 hour 15 minutes. 1 hour 15 minutes you can expect it. 1 hour 15 minutes, the minimum time duration will expect it actually. Just you can calculate how many hours it can be there. Okay, fine, guys. If you have any questions, guys, you can just post them. You can just use a chat panel. Otherwise, you can also unmute yourself and you can speak actually.